Okay, Mike J. Anthony here with this Bitcoin update video. And I was just looking at one of the videos I made um, a long time ago and about Bitcoin. And it was actually September of 2018. I was looking at the um, Bitcoin's breakneck market from 2013 to 2017, I think the title was called. I was looking at that one, and I also looked at one that I made in 2019 about Bitcoin's sneaky stealth bull market, which turns out to be pretty accurate on that. But my market cycle one from 2013 to 2017, I wanted to go back and relook at um, where I looked at what was wrong, what was right, and when I made that video in September, the price was around 6,000, 6,600, around there. As I'm making this video, you can see that Bitcoin's at just under 9,600, and it's it's oh, excuse me, I lost my train of thought here. So I just want to look at this chart that we're looking at. So I'm on Coin Market Cap obviously, and the price is it came down from 10,000. I'm back on the video from September 2018. I was looking at a bottom up until that time of around 5,800, and we can go and look at that. And I looked at these same charts on those previous videos. So since I don't make videos all the time, just like I said in those other videos, I like to go back months, many months later, because I'm not a daily trader. I just I come back many months at a time and make videos. So get a perspective on it at the time. At that time, I was looking at September September 2018. Yeah. So it was right around this time. Here it is, 6,600. This is right around here is when I made that video. It was actually, I think I made it actually right here, September 25th. So yeah, the price was around, it was at 6,600. These are closing prices many months later. So they have a price of 64.75 at the time. So you can give a sense of the general price range that they were in in September 25th. So what I was saying was I did not know that the bottom that we had set, which was around 5,800. Of course, I'd have to zoom in some more to see that. So I think I went too far. Okay, so right around here or so in June, we had hit the interim low when I made that video. And this is as low as we got. It was around 58.40 something. So it must have happened sometime at the end of June. And when I made the video right around here, we were just over 6,600. So right around here when I made the video. So I hadn't seen what was to come yet. What was to come was a cliff way ahead of me that I could not see at the time. And I did state at the end of that video that I had no idea where the price was going to go, of course, but um, it could still break up or it could break down. And I predicted, because I've had some fun predictions. I predicted that it would break up, and I was completely wrong about that. I thought it would break up and end the year of 2018 at around $12,000. But I was wrong about almost everybody else I heard was making predictions were wrong too, because other people were predicting $25,000, $40,000, and I thought I was being conservative, predicting only 12. But what ended up happening was this plateau right here for the next 3 months, and then boom, it fell out, and we actually bottomed around 3,100 in December of 2018. So I was completely wrong on that short-term prediction. Then I said my long-term prediction was that Bitcoin would hit 157,000 somewhere in the 2021 timeframe. 2020, 2021. So looks like I'm still on track for that one so far. And but yeah, I also did state that even though I was wrong on which way it would break, that in the end it didn't matter, and I said this in the other video, that either way it's going to be up. Rather it breaks up from here directly, which was back in September 2018 I'm talking about. Whether it broke up directly from there, or whether it or whether it broke down first and then went up, it wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter, because the price is going to be up. And as you saw at the start of this video, the price is at 9,000. So it's surpassed the 6,000 we were at. So that was just like I said in the video, this 5,800 back in June of 2018 was an interim low, but it wasn't the bottom. And there's no way we can know where the bottom is until after it happens. Well, I think the bottom happened 3 months later, after I made that video at 3,100, and as we speak today, on June 1st of 2020, it is still the bottom. And then of course we had this serious panic sell that happened back in March, because now I'm just going to go from that last video, September 2018. Here's where we saw the fall off a cliff that I didn't see coming during that video. Bottomed out here, and then now we're seeing, and I said in the previous video it could take it once we do hit the bottom, and I didn't know where the bottom was yet, but now I think it was here, December 2018, that we could see another year or more of sideways prices. And that's what we're looking at now. Even though, see how things don't happen exactly the same way. We had this huge drop first, and then this really meteoric rise, which took us to July 2019, last summer, and prices went to almost 14,000. And then we had, because that went up so high, it had to correct that and come all the way back down to where it started, almost, because then we were meandering around this 6,000-7,000 range for a while. And then we had to break up to 9,000-10,000 in February, and then we were hovering around 8,900, and where I thought it was going to go sideways from here for a little while, but instead we had this pandemic drop, because this is when pandemic was coming around to our country in the United States, and everybody sold out, and it went to the historic low of it was under $4,000. You can't see it on this chart, but we know it was under 4,000. It had got down to around 3,600. So, and now it's been coming out of that and going back up to it's let me go all the way out now. Its current price of 95, 96, just under 9,600. So if I'm continuing from my last video where I talked about not knowing where the bottom was, now I'm continuing. Here's our bottom right here. So if that takes 13 months, we surpassed that 13 months right here, where we were at almost double that price. Actually, more than double that price. we were right around 6,700, and now we're about a year in. Now give it 3 more months, and you've had this happen. This anomaly drop, I'm going to call it, but it still didn't reach the bottom of the previous bottom, 3,100. So we still look very good here, even with this fear in the market was near 100% on the fear meter. This was like 99.9% fear right here. Great time to buy, and only to almost triple in price. Well, actually, we did, because then we went over $10,000 and then came down. So now we're having another correction, or actually not. Well, I'm talking about from 10,000, because that's obviously a point of resistance, also psychological resistance. And so now what I'm calling a correction, but it's held up pretty well, and it's kind of going sideways right now, short term. Don't know what it's going to do from here. I don't know if it's going to break down or break up. It could do either one. So volume looks good here. The volume looks like it was currently, I'm going to say, it looks like it did back in January 2020 when the price was going up. Go back out. There was another wick up back in November when the price was still going down. So I don't know what this is like. I have no idea. It's right. It's like 50-50 to me what the price, what it's going to do next. It's either going to, I'm 50-50 on this. I have no idea if it's going to break up or down from here. It could do either one. But I do think that the cycle that I was talking about in the other videos are still very much in check. I'm usually wrong about the direction if I go ahead and make a fun prediction. So, but that's why I call them fun, because I'm never right about these. But it's even hard to make a prediction from here, a short-term one anyway. Whereas the last one, I thought it was going to break up from 66 to 12,000, and I was completely wrong. It broke down from 66 to 3,100 before it went back up. But either way, I was right about one thing. I knew it was going back up, and it did that. And here in the short term, I'd have no idea. This could go, this is 50-50 either way. This could go either up or down. But again, I'm going to say the same thing I did in my last video. Either way, it's going to go up past 10,000, and we could very well be looking at the last time we see this under 10,000. It could have another correction. So let's look at both scenarios. I'm going to scroll in, zoom in here. So you can see how kind of a sideways this looks. I said that in another video that 2019 was going to be a very boring consolidation year, and I believe that happened. I believe it played out the way I thought it would, because that video I made back in January of 2019. That's where I was talking about Bitcoin's sneaky bull market of 2019. I thought it was going to be a bull market. I mean, meaning a stealthy bull market, meaning the prices are going to rise, but they're going to be very slow and steady, where most people aren't going to notice. So let me look at that. Let me go back to the beginning of 2019. Yeah, so when I made the video, it was like right around here, and prices were at 3,600 when I made that video. So right around here, mid-January 2019, and I thought that this was going to be a stealth bull market where prices are going to rise, but it's going to be boring and steady, and not many people are going to be interested. And I think that was accurate. This is, you're looking at. Let me get rid of 2020 right now. Let me go back to the end of 2020. Okay. This is what it looked like when I first made the video. From here, and I didn't know what was going to happen because I made that video in January. That was just my short-term prediction. I think I was right about that part, okay? So prices did kind of rise steadily without much notice. See, now we're over 4,000 in 3 months, or yeah, 2 months after I made the video, we were up over 4,000. Now we're over 5,000, which happened around 3 months later. And then it just kind of took off in May, 6,007. By July, we had hit this near $14,000 price peak, a double top right here, and then we've been correcting ever since. That was a little bit too fast, too soon. And I remember when this happened, I was sitting at work saying, "Oh my goodness, this can't be real." I was looking at Bitcoin at 13,700. I remember at the time. So I remember exactly where I was at and what I was doing, what I was thinking. And it was July. And yeah. So now we've had this long correction, which has taken us the rest of the year. We went back down to where I started that video from. So like I said, it was going to be a long, slow consolidation stage, but only it wasn't boring though. I was wrong about that part. I thought it was going to be a boring, slow, steady rise, just like 2016 was. But this wasn't. This started out boring, but when March, April rolled around, it became very exciting. It shot up, and then it kind of now it's taken a nice um, symmetrical steady decline because we did go up way too much too fast. But the speed of this rise to near 14,000 at the time told me that we are going to go sailing past 20K when it's time. It's not time right now, but it's getting close. But this right here proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that when Bitcoin is ready to launch, we are going to go sailing past 20K like it wasn't even there. And it was because of this rise right here. This nobody expected. Nobody expected this. And I wasn't even so sure it wasn't going to pass 20K during this period. That's how explosive it was. But thank goodness it didn't. Thank goodness we had this correction. But because it went up so, I mean, you're talking about from 4,000 in March, April, I'm going to say April 1st to 14,000 by July. You're talking about April, May, you're talking about 4 months. In only 4 months, the price had quadrupled. Well, no, yeah. Well, it more than tripled. Didn't quite quadruple, but it did more than triple. The price tripled. That's crazy. So because of that happened at that speed, we had this nice long, which is now 7, 8, 9 months consolidation, and now I'm going to go all the way back to today. So here's our double top, summer top from last summer, with that crazy rise to near 14,000. Um, we actually had a triple top, just under, around 12,000. This is where I thought it was going to be last December of 2018. I thought it was going to be right around here. So I was about 7 months too soon. 7 months later, I hit my price target. Um, but that wasn't until July of 2019. But ever since then, we've had a consolidation, which ended with the pandemic panic, and I believe that consolidation is now over. And now we're going to steadily rise. We may see some sideways and maybe a correction down, but then after that, I think we're going to be over 10,000 and probably stay there. So again, we could see another correction that could take us back down towards the I'm going to say the 7,000, maybe 6,500. I would say on the bear side, if it goes down at all, and if it goes up, then we're seeing this price target of 12,000 again to the bull side. So I have no idea which way it's going to break right now. It could go either way, but I just wanted to go back and revisit what I was saying before and make a continuation video of what I think right now. So just to recap, I was 3 months too early on my bottom on the last video I made about this, and I was 7 months too soon on my fund prediction. We did happen to hit that price, but it happened 7 months later, not when I thought it was going to happen. So that also taught me a lesson, is that I also said in the other video that I expected the 4-year cycle to happen a little bit faster this time around. I was completely wrong about that. The more markets mature, the longer they stretch out. So I'm now changing that to these things going to happen a little bit longer, because that's been my problem all along, is that the things that I was wrong about, it was because I was too soon on everything. I still did not wait long enough for these things to play out. For my bottom to hit, I needed to wait another 3 more months. For my fund prediction to hit, I needed to wait 7 more months. Both of them happened, but they didn't happen as soon as I thought they would. So that means that I'm just I'm too soon on everything. I keep thinking things are going to happen faster than they actually do. So I'm going to have to expand my time horizon here by about 3 to 6 months at least when I make fun predictions, or when I'm making some realistic short-term valuations here. And right now, I cannot tell for the life of me what this is going to do. This could go either way. Like I said, I'll give two scenarios here. This could break towards 11, 12,000 right now, or it could also break down towards 6,500, 7,000 right now. I don't know. Either way, whichever one happens, I think that it's going to eventually this year go over 10,000 and probably stay there. So we may be, I don't know for sure or anything, but we may very well be in our last days of prices being under 10K. And with that, I'm going to end this video. I will see you on the next one.